Oh, Lord. Well, that didn't go well. I know you can hear me. You just can't see me. What the heck? Hang on. There we go. Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. Happy Sunday morning to you. I hope you are well. I hope you're having a fantastic week so far, and I hope the weather is better by you than it is here by me. We woke up this morning to not necessarily heavy rain, but just kind of like a cold rain. You know, it's wet, it's damp out there. My back's killing me from all the humidity out there, so I probably should have taken something. If we can see you now. Yes, oh, that's good. Excuse me, I probably should have taken some medicine this morning, but I didn't. So, you know, lessons learned. It's okay. Today we're going to be working on our Norfolk quilt. This is a block of the month program by Annie's Quilt Club. Annie's Kit Club. Sorry, Annie's Kit Club. It is called Norfolk Meadow, Wild Meadow, and we are on block number 3. Now, I joined this club kind of as a comparison to cotton cuts. I love cotton cuts. We will be going back to cotton cuts soon. Probably not with Flyaway, but probably the next one. But I love their company. I love their program. But I wanted to try something a little bit different to kind of test it out, see what it's like. I get to see a lot of advertisements for it, so I decided, what the heck, we'll give it a go. Hi, baby. Thanks for coming in. So I decided to give it a go so that you guys could kind of live vicariously through me to kind of see how things are going. The kit cost me about $32 to $35 a month. I don't remember the exact price, so it's a little bit more expensive than the Cotton Cuts program. It's probably close to the same price as the Cotton Cuts large quilt, but still a little bit different. On top of that, none of these pieces are pre-cut for us. We have to do all of the cutting ourselves. We have to do all of the pre-sewing, all of the trimming. All of that has to be done by us, so it is a lot more work than the Cotton Cuts program is for sure. But in addition to having to do all that extra work and having to do all the cutting, you also get a whole heck of a lot of scrap fabric. Check this out. We're only on block 3, and look how much scrap fabric I already have from just these 3 blocks. Like, this is crazy, the amount of scrap fabrics I end up with. So I'm going to be able to do at least 1, maybe 2 more projects with the amount of fabric that I get from this. So, yes, it's a lot more work for sure. But I also feel like I'm getting a lot more product for the price because I'm getting a lot more fabric. Now, I also get the backing fabric as well. So, for about $10 more a month and a whole heck of a lot more work, I'm going to be able to make basically a full quilt, less the batting in between. So it's kind of one of those, it just depends on what type of an investment or what type of a time investment you're willing to put into things. I've seen some other ones. This one I actually got to pick out the pattern as well, so I know what the final product is going to look like. Don't get me wrong, I love Cotton Cuts and their mysteries. I think it's so much fun. It does create a little bit of anxiety in the beginning because you're worried you're not going to like it, but but I feel like their program is a lot of fun. It's definitely worth the money. It's worth the investment. Their directions are really easy. So this is just something a little bit different to work on. But I can tell you that this is at least 3 to 4 times as much time that it takes to put these pieces together. So you guys saw me, if you guys joined us for our After Dark edition yesterday, you saw Mr. Wizard and I putting some of these pieces together to kind of get preemptive, get ready for this. I've been putting some pieces together this morning to try and help with it. So normally a Cotton Cuts clue, a large Cotton Cuts clue will take me about an hour to an hour and a half to put together. It just depends on the size of the clue, but a large one will take me about an hour to an hour and a half to put together. Not on camera. On camera, it takes me a good 2 hours because I'm talking and chatting with you guys. These blocks here take probably 6 to 8 hours to put together. Now, you do make a lot more pieces. So like this block 3, we're going to make 7 of these. And they are much more detailed than the smaller pieces that you're going to make with Cotton Cuts. The finished product is much larger as well. Forgive me. I think it's on here somewhere. I know they always tell you how big it is. It's a much larger project than the Cotton Cuts one is. So it's kind of one of those things where you kind of got to weigh the good with the bad and decide if it's really what you're into or what you're willing to invest in. If you're not great with cutting, or you have restrictions or things when the cutting is not really for you, I totally understand that. That's why Cotton Cuts is a great program. There are other companies out there that have pre-cut programs, and we might take a look at those here on the channel over the course of the next little while. Obviously not until this one is finished, but we might try and compare other programs to Cotton Cuts. I love Cotton Cuts, and I will tell you guys till I am blue in the face to go over there, head over there, check them out, sign up for their PMQs because they're so much fun and they're so worth the investment and the money, and the products that you make are just absolutely gorgeous. But I also like to try and compare things a little bit too, and kind of see, is there something else out there that's not necessarily better, because I don't think that there is, but something that's comparable to it, or a little bit more fun, or things like that. So so that's why I joined, and so far I'm enjoying it. I'm on block number 3. I think there's 9 or 10 total, so it's going to be a while, but I will tell you, it is a lot more work to get it done. So I'm not even sure that we're going to get any of the blocks done today on our live stream, but we're going to try our darndest. If we don't get them done today, now normally what I do with this and what I say is, if we don't get these blocks done today, then I would come back on another live tomorrow and we would finish putting them together tomorrow. But I can't actually do that because I have something else scheduled for tomorrow. I kind of screwed up my schedule a little bit. So what we're going to do is, whatever we don't get done today, I'm going to create another live stream, not tomorrow Monday, but the next Monday on a live stream at 7:30 p.m. Central Time to put the rest of it together. So hopefully we get it all done today. We don't need that extra live stream, but if we do, that's when it will be. Excuse me. It'll be a part 2 or a part B of the block number 3. We'll try and put it together then. So I think I'm getting enough of it done off camera to be able to finish it on camera, but we'll have to wait and see how it goes. I do have 2 piles of things here that need to be ironed up, so we're going to be doing quite a bit of ironing this morning. I've got a couple of handful pieces here that also need to be sewn up, so we're going to sew those up. And this is just the pre-sewing stuff. This is like your sub-assembly stuff before we actually start to put the block together. So there's quite a bit. For this particular block, I had to make 2 different sets of flying geese, starting with squares. So, we don't have any triangles in this project, that's for sure. We got to make all the triangles ourselves. And then also we had to do some half square triangles as well. So that's what Mr. Wizard and I were working on yesterday, as we were putting those together and trimming those down. So it's a lot. It's a lot of work, but I am having fun with it. I truly am enjoying it. I hope you guys are enjoying it just as much, kind of watching the journey as it goes along. But I'd like to give you guys the pluses and the minuses at the beginning of every episode, so that you understand, if this is something that you decide you want to go into, this is the kind of time investment that you're looking at. Again, from a monetary investment, it's about the same price. I figure with the amount of extra fabric and the backing included, the little amount of money that's extra between this one and the Cotton Cuts program is in my opinion, well worth it. I think it's probably about $10 more a month, I want to say, give or take, comparing the Cotton Cuts large one to this one. And this one is even a little bit bigger of a quilt as well. I think we compared it the last time and it was really close to about the same size. But you do get your backing fabric and you get all of that extra scrap. And then this is only block 3. We have like 9 more to go, or 6 more to go. So there's going to be quite a bit of extra there. So I know that there are enough half square triangles there to make at least another project, whether it be a wall hanging or a couple of placemats or something. I already have enough fabric and pieces put together to do something like that. So it's a lot of fun. So you're going to get a lot of extra projects out of this with all that extra fabric. So let me hop into chat, say hello to everybody there, and then we're going to we're going to go ahead and hop into this project again. As you can see, I've kind of got pieces laid all over because I was starting some stuff already. Let me close this down here just a second. So let me hop into chat really quickly and say hello to everybody there. I know that Linda Denton was the first person in chat again this morning. So Linda, thank you so much for being the first person in chat. It's so great to see you. I hope you're well. I think I might have missed you yesterday. I mean, I know you were there. You were one of the first persons, but I apologize if I didn't see you come in later. Maybe I missed you. So either way, welcome to the channel. Thank you again for being here. Brat46 is here as well. She gave me a comment. She says, yes, I had to get the sticker in. In fact, that is the fat quarter that I got from you. I use either a walker or 2 canes, so I need something to hold on the ice caps. She's talking about a picture that she posted in our Facebook group. Thank you so much, Brat46, for posting that picture in our Facebook group, and thank you for repping the channel with your sticker. I love it. So thanks so much for both of that. Speaking of our Facebook group, if you guys are interested in and you want to share pictures of your projects with us, you can do so on our Facebook or our Instagram. You can do ! links in chat, and they'll give you both our Facebook and our Instagram. So thanks you so much for that. Hi, Dawn. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy Sunday morning to you. I hope you're well. I hope you're on the mend. I know you were, you've been healing from an injury, a surgery. I can't remember. I'm sorry. It's something to do with a foot, an ankle, a heel. I'm sorry. It's been a while. But hopefully you're healing well. Obviously you're back online, and I think you've been working on some projects as well. So hopefully you're back in your sewing room again. So that's really great. Hi, Kathy. Good morning. Thanks so much for joining us. Kathy is one of our moderators. She also has her own channel, so please make sure you go check her out. You can do ! Kathy in chat. Her channel is so much fun. Her channel is like because she does live streams with a bunch of friends, and it's like a quilt retreat every time you watch her. It is so much fun. I do try and catch her whenever I can. I don't always get into chat to say hello. I need to get better at that. She does most of her lives during the week, so it's a little bit of a challenge for me sometimes when I'm at work, but I do try my best to at least catch a couple of replays and things like that later. So good morning, Kathy. Thank you so much for joining us. Teresa Lynch is also here. Hey, Teresa, it's so great to see you again. Welcome back. Brat46, yeah, I can see that Streamlabs is ignoring you. The only thing I can think of, and maybe you've done this already, if you could just do an ! Thimbles in chat to check your balance. The only thing I can think of is that maybe your balance is too low for what you're trying to gamble. If not, then if Lucas gets on the stream, we'll ask him to take a look at it. We've also found sometimes Streamlabs does this weird thing where it creates a second account in the Thimbles program for people for the same user ID, and then it's like weird. Like some people, they have to start over with their Thimbles and stuff. So Lucas, if Lucas is here, I'll ask him to take a look at that. I haven't seen him pop in yet, but if he pops in, we'll take a look. But first, check your Thimbles balance and just make sure that you've got enough in there. I'm not sure why it would do that. Oh, it did work the second time though. The slots works. It looks like the gamble game just isn't working for some reason. That gamble game is still kind of new to us. We're not really sure. We're still figuring out. So maybe there's something weird going on with that. So I'm sorry about that. Hopefully we'll get that working for you. Patricia, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. Happy Sunday morning to you. I hope you're well. Hi, Patty. I love the pink hands. You guys know I love the pink hands. It's so great. Welcome back to the channel. So Terry's here. She's repping some of her special emoticons that she has because she's a member of the channel. So thank you so much for showing everybody those, showing those off to us. I appreciate it. Speaking of members, we are starting our very first members only project tomorrow. I tried to put a thumbnail out there yesterday for it, and for some reason it just wasn't working. So I may just go instantly live tomorrow if I can't get the stupid thumbnail to work. Either way, I will be throwing up a Zoom link on our community page for members only. So if you want to join me live on the channel as part of my Zoom, I am welcoming you in. You are welcome to come hang out with us. You can just hang out with us in chat, or you could actually come on my Zoom link. So I'm going to be opening that up for you to hang out with us. We're going to be working on a project. It's a sew along, so if you can join us, that's great. You do need to purchase the pattern. It is a purchase pattern, but it's not super expensive. I do give you a link to it in the description of the video that we're working on, and I also gave you a link to it on our community page as well. I think it was like $8 or $10 for the pattern. And then, of course, you need to get some fabric together. But we're going to start on that. So all we have to do beforehand is we need to make sure all of our fabrics are ironed up, which is what I'm going to be doing this afternoon. And then we're going to start cutting tomorrow. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you guys are able to join us. If you're interested in becoming a member of the channel, just click the button down below that says join, or there's usually like a square with a dollar sign there. And there's something about membership in there as well. So just try and click on that if you guys are interested. Oh, sorry about that. Don't push. Oh, you talk about my back? Yeah, it'll be fine. You get used to it after a while. I have chronic back pain, so I'm not too worried about it. It's fine. Excuse me. Good morning, Agnes. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. Let's see. I'm still going through chat, guys. Give me just a minute here. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Oh, hi, Sean. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. The guy who sews, Sean, is here. Hi, happy Sunday to you. I hope you're well. Thanks so much for hanging out with us this morning. I appreciate that. Judy, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. So good to see you as well. La 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 la. Just scrolling through chat, seeing if I missed anybody. I hope I'm not missing anybody. Sometimes my wheel likes to scroll ahead of me and I miss things. Well, I don't see that I've missed anybody, but if I did miss you, please make sure you say hi in chat. Again, because I hate it when I miss people. I know it's kind of a small group this morning, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with our project this morning. You know, it's been really pretty weather out, so it's kind of makes sense that people are probably outdoors right now. So not a problem. All right, so I've got some pieces here that we're going to need to iron up here in just a minute, but I'm going to go ahead and get these started first. Excuse me. As you guys can tell, ooh, what did I do? Hang on. I hit something. There we go. I hit a button. As you guys can tell, I still have a little bit of a cough going on. It's just one of those annoying coughs now. It doesn't really hurt or anything. So I do have some cough drops here with me. So if the cough starts to get too bad, I can start sucking on those again. But I don't like to do that when I'm talking to you guys because I feel like I'm going to spit it out at you at some point. But that's all right. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started on some of these pieces here. We've got some flying geese that we're sewing some half square triangles to either side of. So we're going to go ahead and get those sewn up, and then we're going to throw everything over to the iron, and then we've got just a crap ton to iron today. So I don't know how much we're going to get done, but we're going to try. But what has everybody else been working on? I know a couple of people that joined us on our live stream yesterday were telling us a little bit about some of the stuff that they were working on. I want to know more about that. How are you guys doing on that? Did you get all done? Gotta find where I'm at here. Hang on. There we go. There's like 3 pages of instructions with this one. I gotta make sure I'm doing it correctly. I want to know more about what you guys are working on. A couple of people posted some pictures in our Facebook group again about the projects they were working on. They were absolutely gorgeous, so thank you for that. So great. All right. I did wind myself another bobbin because I'm not running super low, but we do have a lot of sewing to do. So I'm a little concerned about the bobbin. We'll see. I've got about half of it left, so we should be okay, but just in case I grabbed another one. Terry says, I have to bind a table runner and then I can start on a pattern Donna Jordan was doing last. The drop diamonds. It looked like a beautiful quilt project. Was that a free pattern? Do you remember if that was a free pattern or if that was a purchase pattern? I watched the video, but it was one of those things where like I knew how, you know, I guess I wasn't really paying attention to what she was doing. I was just more paying attention to her, you know. I probably should watch the video again to kind of see what she was working on. It's just still so like shocking to me that, you know, that she's gone. I know it's a fact of life, and it looks like, from what I could tell, she was kind of suffering for a little while with an illness. I can take my guesses as to what that illness might have been, but I'm not going to try and... I wouldn't do that here on camera. I feel for the family. This way. I didn't know her personally, obviously, but, you know, she taught me so much about this craft. You know, it was her videos that really inspired me to start. Between her videos and a couple of videos from Missouri Star Quilt Company was how I got my start. That's how I decided, yeah, I could do this. with regards to quilting, not necessarily with regards to YouTube, but just with regards to quilting as a whole. And since then, I've used a lot of Donna Jordan's patterns on our channel here. We've made quite a few. In fact, Mama Joyce and I have one that's kind of been sitting in limbo waiting for us to get to. Hi, Lorraine. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for joining us. The Neighbor Move Out Adventure. Ooh, that sounds like fun, Patty. All right, so we've got these two here. Go with this one here. And then I've got this one. This is sewed up wrong. Dang it, did I sew these all up wrong? I did, didn't I? Yep, I did. I sewed them all up wrong. Well, I guess we're going to be pulling Jack out, which I wish I could say that was the first time this morning that I've had to pull Jack out, but it's not. Yeah, all of these are sewn up wrong. That's great. That's just great. Yeah, this one's wrong too. Excuse me. Yep, they're all wrong. That's great. All right, so this one's going to take us longer than I thought because now I get to pull Jack out. Yay! So I'm going to turn and face the camera a little bit more so that I can chat with you guys while I pull these out because I have to pull out all 14 of these because I sewed them all up going the wrong direction. Figures. Terry says, I bought a jelly roll from Jordan Fabrics to make the drop diamonds. Have to look background from my stash. Yeah, for sure. Bought the drop diamond and jelly roll from Jordan Fabrics. It should be here Wednesday, and I will start that one. Oh, that's awesome, guys. That's a great way to support the family. They have said that they're going to continue to make content on YouTube. I'm not really sure how that's going to work, and I'm sure that they don't really know how that's going to work just yet. But I'm sure that they will be able to figure it out. We'll have to wait and see how things go. They did say that the fabric company is going to stay going. It's a family business, and all of the family has been working for them at some point or another. So there's that. I'm thinking pulling these apart and sewing them back together as I go here. So let's just try and figure this out here. Give me a second. All right, so these two, so actually you match up the seams. Figures. That figures. I should have known better. Excuse me. All right. I have so many projects running already that I really am not able to buy more fabric or more patterns or anything for any more projects right at this minute. I have a lot of projects running, and we're going to be starting another new project here in April. I have to be honest and tell you guys, I'm really not looking forward to that one. For personal reasons, and I think you guys may remember why, or you've seen the thumbnail for it already. But that one is giving me a little bit of anxiety. But it also is one of those things where I want to do it as well. So it's going to be one of those situations where I don't want to do it, but I want to do it. You know, it's going to be one of those. Let me just make sure that I'm doing this right. So I've got this one here like this. Hang on. I am trying to do this the right way. This way. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired today. I'm just sleepy today. Sleepy, sleepy, sleepy today. But thank you to everybody that joined us yesterday for our After Dark edition. And special thank you goes out to my special guests, Mama Joyce and Sherlock Cheryl, and of course Mr. Wizard for hanging out with me. We really put Mr. Wizard to work. And then I was still in my quilting room for probably another hour-ish after the stream, just finishing up with the ironing that he did. How is the weather? Hi, Dawn. Dawn wants to know, how is the weather in Illinois? It's raining right now. I'm surprised you guys can't hear it over the camera. It's raining right now. It's supposed to rain on and off all day today. Yesterday it was absolutely gorgeous. It was probably in like the low to mid 70s yesterday. It was absolutely beautiful. And now today it's supposed to rain all day. I don't know what the temperature is. I can check. Yeah, it says it's 44 with a high of 55 today, but a 70% chance of rain. So it's raining. But thanks for asking. How's the weather by you? I honestly have no idea what the weather this week is supposed to hold. Usually I check, and I didn't. I have not looked. I'm doing these one at a time, and I know that's not really efficient, but I'm doing them one at a time just to make sure that I do them correctly the second time. Because I have a tendency to make the same mistake twice, and I'm trying not to. Humid, going to rain, 70s, yeah. For once we're having similar weather, that's funny. The ladies in the night in their wigs was funny. Yes, it is. I mean, and leave it to... Well, and like I said, Cheryl is the queen of shenanigans. So I figured with her joining us again that they were going to be up to something. And you just never know what she's going to come up with. But yes, the ladies of the night with their wigs was rather comical. And they have a newfound respect for people that wear wigs. They have a whole new respect for them. There we go. Yes, Dawn, you did. That's okay, though. Yeah, the replay is available. It's on the channel. It was yesterday. A lot of people missed it. That's okay. It was a small group yesterday. No big deal. Smaller than normal, I would say. But that's okay. It's no big deal. Seems like we got a little bit of a smaller group today, too. So, no big deal. I don't mind. A lot of people are on spring break right now as well. So, I mean, there's a lot going on right now. And then in May, we're going to have some pretty crazy schedule. I have not sat down and actually tried to plan it out yet. But our May is going to be a little hectic. Because we've got a lot going on in our personal lives in May. That we're trying to deal with. That we're trying to work through. So, lots of good things. Lots of fun things. Just a lot of things. So, May is going to be a busy one. Go. Judy says, I have to go back and watch the replay. I was planning on going to watch live, but went to the pub. Nope, I understand that. I completely understand that, Judy. I hope you had a good time at the pub. Did you get to see some live music, or just hang out with friends, or... Drink a pint or two. Hi Gladys, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. Gladys also has her own channel as well, so make sure you head over there and check her out. I think I've got a... Oh, yep, there's the link. Yep, we do have a link set up for her, so make sure you check her out as well. She joins Kathy a lot on Kathy's channel, but she also has her own, so make sure you check both of those ladies out. Okay, so turn this one, turn that one. I sewed up all of these pieces wrong, so now I'm going to pull them apart one at a time and re-sew them up together just to make sure I get them correct the second time. Because otherwise I am bound to sew them up a third time incorrectly. There's 14 pieces, so it won't take us too long. Brenda, good morning. Uh-oh, hang on. What happened now? Message deleted by Kathy. Kathy, maybe you accidentally deleted somebody's message. It is what it is. It's okay. It does say happy Sunday, so good morning, Brenda. I think that was an oops on Kathy's part. Not a big deal. Judy, good morning. She says she hung out with friends, was delivering a motorcycle vest that I sewed a patch on. Oh, that's awesome. No problem, Dawn. No problem. Sorry about that, Brenda. That happens. No biggie. Oops. Flip over. There we go. We all make mistakes. Not a big deal. I don't worry about it too much. Heck, I've accidentally muted you, so it's fine. Poor Brenda. She gets picked on all the time. Not on purpose. No worries. We are working on our third block for our Norfolk quilt. It's part of the Annie's Quilt Club. Quilt kit club. I think it's kit club. Always me. LOL. It's a good thing you're a good sport about it, Brenda. And I don't know why it is. I mean, it's not like we do it on purpose. Obviously, it's always accidental, but it does seem to be you quite often. Not a problem. It happens. No big deal. No big deal. I hope you're well. What have you been up to? What have you been working on? I feel like it's been forever since I've seen you. And of course I had to pull Jack out, so... Of course. And I wish I could say this was the first time I've pulled him out this morning, but it's not. I'd be lying if I said that. Go. Morning, Sandra. Welcome back to the channel. Happy Sunday morning to you. I hope you're well. Sandra also has her own channel. Streamlabs probably threw a link up there already. If not, you can do ! Sandra in chat. Sylvia, I think I said good morning to you already, but if I didn't, good morning again. We're just kind of enjoying a nice quiet morning. A little bit of light rain outside. Mama Joyce, if you guys were watching us yesterday on our live stream, Mama Joyce had her window open in her sewing room and you could hear birds chirping really loudly. She has a tree that's not too far from that window, and I guess they must have been in the tree chirping. She said she also has a bird condo, which I think is like a little birdhouse with some food in it. Sylvia says, I deserve that after a lucky night. Oh boy. Brenda says, I am doing this Civil War sampler, putting cornerstones and borders on now, making pillowcases for charity, and a Tennessee waltz quilt due in October. My goodness, girl, you are busy. And you're working full-time as well. My goodness, that's crazy to me. Like, I don't know how you manage. Like, I can barely function on just the weekends. I dropped a piece down here. Hold on. I gotta grab it. There we go. I don't know how you can manage. Like, I struggle with just the weekend stuff. I struggle with just my weekend stuff, trying to get that all done. I have taken on a couple of students. Well, I say students. It's my aunt and my mom. I've taken on a couple of students. I meet with them on Zoom once a week. They are making a project for that's kind of a super secret, so I can't really talk too much about it. But they're doing it together, which is a lot of fun. So I've been helping them out once a week. And then, of course, I've got my live streams. And then I've had a couple of extra things going on during the week the last couple of months that I've had to work through. All fun stuff, but nothing channel or sewing related. And, of course, the girls are getting ready to graduate in May. So we've been trying to plan that out. You know, their graduation and, celebrations and stuff afterwards. Things like that. So we're planning all that out, too. And then Taylor needs to move into a different apartment after she graduates. The apartment that she's in right now is one supported by her school. It's not a private apartment complex. So she needs to find a new apartment after graduation. So we've been working through that as well. I think I have 4 more to do because I didn't do any of these. Hang on. Let's see. Yeah, I do. I have 4 more to do with these. So let's hope I do these the correct way this time. Shall we try that? Let's try to do it the right way the first time and see how that works out for us. So I have flying geese here, and I have half square triangles, and I'm sewing those up together. And then we've got more flying geese and more half square triangles sitting over here on my ironing station that we're going to need to iron open before we can even start putting this block together. Like, there's a lot of pieces. And I haven't even shown, and it just dawned on me that I haven't even shown you guys what the block is going to look like. So if you give me just a minute here, I can show you guys what the block is going to look like. This top section, that is what the block is going to look like. So it's a star inside of a star. Hi, Chloe. Welcome back. That is what we are making. We need to make 7 of them. We are almost done. Well, I shouldn't say that. We have one side of these flying geese sewn up. Now we need to sew up the other side, and then we can start all of our ironing. Ooh, I saw Joyce. Hi, Joyce. Joyce Hernandez is here. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for joining us. Happy Sunday morning to you. I hope you're well. Hope you're having a fantastic weekend. Okay. Grab all these, lay these all out. Now we gotta sew up the other side. Flip these over. So now I just need to make sure, one, that I'm sewing these up correctly, but two, that I'm actually sewing them with the correct fabric. That's going to be the trick here. It's making sure I'm sewing the correct fabric. So I've got to kind of pay a little bit of attention here to what I'm doing. I have not seen Lucas pop in yet. He said he might join us for a few minutes today. I think he had something going on. Not a big deal. Real life always comes first. Sylvia, I wanted to let you know I did get your email about your thimble redemption and joining the birthday club. Happy belated birthday to you. I'm sorry that we missed it. Your birthday is the day after the girl's birthday, so I won't forget that one. But I will make sure to add you to the list and get you a little bit of a birthday gift off. If anyone else is interested in joining my birthday club, just send me an email with your mailing address and the date of your birthday, and then you can keep an eye out for something special from me on your birthday. Nothing super crazy, just a little something. I apologize for ignoring chat here for just a few minutes. I'm just trying to get these all sewn up together. Hi Mona, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. She says, can't stay, need to get ready to leave. No problem, we understand. She says, have a great day. Off for fun with the daughter. No problem. We totally understand that. Have a great rest of your weekend. I am almost done sewing these up, and then I'll be able to face you guys and iron for a little while. We've got lots and lots of ironing to do. I'm paying attention, right? Yes, okay, just making sure. There's one. Where's the other one? Ruh-roh. Ruh-roh. It says I'm off by one. Which usually means I've sewn something up wrong. right, let's see. Couple more. Maybe I just had an extra. We'll double check it here in just a minute. Alright, those are the same. 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 That says 5 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Uh-oh. Appears I'm short. Oh, no, here it is. Here it is. Aha, there's the other piece. See? I knew it had to be somewhere. You guys were probably screaming at me in chat telling me it was there. Brenda says she did her shamrock block. Well, Brenda, I'm really happy to hear that. I'm so sorry that we had to cancel that stream, and I wish that I could find a way to get back to it. I have not, unfortunately, had that opportunity. Oh, this one needs to be pulled apart because it's wrong. I wish I could have rescheduled that one, but my schedule just was not going to allow for it in the month of March. I had too many things already going on. So I will likely make that one off camera just so that I have it as part of our project. But we're going to have to just keep moving along for April. And I will pick another paper piecing project for the month of April. So then that way, for those of you who are sewing along and don't know how to do that, just need the next block. I haven't picked it out yet, if I'm honest. But for those of you who don't know how to do paper piecing, we will do the next block as paper piecing as well. Just so that we can get that skill in. And then we might try something applique. We'll see. I have not picked out our April block yet. I will, I promise. I have not done it yet. Let's grab this one. If anyone has any suggestions for a pretty paper piecing April block from our 1,000 quilts or 1,000 blocks book, feel free to email it to me. I'll take a look at it, see if it's maybe we'll make it on the channel. We'll see. And that really goes for any of the blocks. If you guys have any block suggestions, maybe it's one of the blocks that you saw that you really liked, that you would like to see us make on the channel, feel free to email it to me. Email me the block number and the page number in the book, the name of the block number, and the page number in the book, and I will take a look at it and see if we can get it into our rotation. I'm always looking for suggestions. All right, so there we go. All right, so now I've got all these pieces pre-sewn. Now we need to iron them all open. I should have turned my iron on. We're going to be doing a lot of ironing here for a minute. What time is it? 11? We got about an hour. Should be okay. I am just filled with threads right now. Just completely filled with threads. Does anybody else keep a lint roller in their sewing room like I do. I do not use a lint roller to remove pet hair. I use it to remove threads. Go figure. None of my pets really shed. Well, my cat still does, but the dogs don't shed. So I really don't have any pet hair on me normally. So, but I use it a lot on my wool pressing mat. That's where I seem to use it the most. Hi Rita, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much. She says, I have like 5 lint rollers. I just use them for strings. Yeah, I do too. I found Waywick, which is where I get a lot of my thread stuff. They also have a really decently priced lint roller set. So if that's something that you guys are looking for, check that out. I mean, I haven't compared it to like a Walmart or anything like that, but it seemed like it was rather reasonably priced. I'm gonna move this because I'm gonna need this whole table here for this. Yeah, you guys can still see me. Still see what I'm doing here? Let me throw this up here. We have done all of that. So we just need the last page. This page here. There we go. All right. Once we get the ironing done, then we can actually start to put these pieces together. So I'm kind of excited about that. I'm going to be ironing everything, I think, to one side. I feel like that might be better. We'll see. I believe there are pressing instructions. I just don't read them. I probably should. Then it might tell me something. Judy says, I have about 5 lint rollers too, 1 in every room. I have 1 by the front door so I can roll before I walk out. There you go. My one daughter Taylor is like that too. I only have them in here. Oh, you like the ones made by Scotch? Just by preference? Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Whatever works best for you. All of my lint rollers are in the craft room, so I do not have to go very far based on where I'm at in this room. I agree with you. That's where all of mine are. I think I have 2. I'm getting ready to have to buy more refills, so that's why I'm kind of looking at prices. I did find that the lint rollers that you can buy from Waywick are larger sized than the ones that you would buy from Walmart. My daughter and I did a little price comparison, size comparison, and they are larger, and you do get more, sheets per roll, and they're it turns out to be a little less expensive per sheet. So of course, you have to pay for freight, unless of course you buy enough to meet the minimum. We've got lots of ironing to do, so we're going to be here for a little while. There's like 14 of these, 28 of those, 14 of these. It's like, my goodness. So we're going to be here a minute. I've got 3 different sets of blocks that we need to iron up. Too bad Mr. Wizard didn't want to join me this morning. This could have went a little faster. Hi, Fern. Good morning. Welcome back. Happy Sunday morning to you. Judy says, I will check that out. Yeah, check it out. Yeah, I mean, each person is different. Each person has different preferences. I know. But if you're not necessarily brand specific, check it out. And Walmart prices are different in different areas too. So, I mean, where you live could be less expensive. But my daughter buys them at the Walmart out by her, and we did a quick price comparison, and they were cheaper. I didn't check to see what the Walmart prices were by me, only by her. But yeah, they turned out to be cheaper. So I told her she's still buying them from Walmart, but I did tell her that when I go to buy them for myself, because I'm going to need refills soon. When I need them for myself, I'll just buy 2, and she can take 1, and I'll have 1. I buy all my thread. Well, I shouldn't say all my thread. I buy a lot of my thread through Waywick, especially when. Uh-oh, is Brenda blocked now? She was typing before. She was responding before, so I think she's okay. I think you just deleted one of her messages. I don't think you blocked her. It was okay. It's not a big deal, Kathy. It happens. You know how many times I've accidentally blocked people? Like, so many times. So many. But yeah, I buy a lot of my basic thread from there. My black, my white, my red, my blue. From there, because the prices for the Gutermann cotton thread in the big rolls, the big rolls is really reasonable. I have yet to find anywhere else that the price is that reasonable, so that's why I buy them from there. And they have a lot of other sewing supplies too that seem reasonable. You know, safety pins, needles, parts for your machine, things like that. They're a wholesaler, but they sell to the public. They don't sell to retail. So check them out. Waywick, W-A-W-A-K, I think. They have a huge catalog, massive catalog. So you can you can go online and sign up for their catalog, and they'll send you a free catalog. And then you just order either through the catalog if you prefer, or online. I buy almost all of my thread from them. Rita says, well, I guess when I need one, I just go get it and never paid much attention to price or them. Wow, I guess they are expensive. I get the Pet Extra Sticky one. They're $8 a piece. And you know what, Rita? If it works for you, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, if you're okay spending that, money and it works for you, then there's nothing wrong with that. I don't need to pull off pet hair, which I know is thinner and, it can be a little bit more difficult to pull off. So I don't need to pull off pet hair. I just need to pull off threads. And so the generic lint rollers work just fine for me. Oh, that's right. You said you do not use them for pet hair. That's right. I remember you saying that. Sorry. But, anybody else, not just you specifically, but anybody else. I just, I find a deal that for a tool that I know I use in my sewing room, and I like to share that information with you guys. If you use it, great. If you don't, that's okay too. I don't take any offense to it. I have a vacuum for that. Oh, yeah. Fair. That's fair. I have a vacuum in here as well. I have a little keyboard vacuum that I use on my sewing machine. It's a little bitty one. I got it on Amazon. It works really well for the sewing machine. It does pick up threads too, so I'll vacuum just kind of around my station here. A lot of the time too, it works real well for that also. But the lint roller it works nice on the wool. All right, so these pieces are all sewn up nice and flat. Ironed up nice and flat. So let's go ahead and set those off to the side. Grab our next stack of pieces. Hopefully this is actually going together a little bit faster than I expected it to, so it should go together pretty quickly. This wants me to do it that way. Did I do this one the right way too? Hold on. Excuse me. Yeah, that one says out, this one says in. Okay. I don't really like the idea of that, but... Oh no, this is not the right pieces. This is not the right pieces at all. Hang on. Yeah, this one also says out. Okay, good. I thought, I'm glad it worked. Oh no, this says out. Okay. I would have went in, but... Oh boy, that one didn't go over very well. I'm just checking the pressing instructions here. Yeah, it says press out. I don't like that. Whatever. I'll follow the directions, I guess. Sorry for that if you hear it. One of my neighbors has a pretty loud car. They like to drive down the road because one of my other neighbors drives a work van that's got a really sensitive alarm. So the one neighbor with the loud car likes to drive past the other neighbor that's got the sensitive alarm just to set it off. At all hours of the day, not just during the day. 2 in the morning, it's fine. So annoying. Hi, Brenda. Rita says, my dogs think my clappers are personal toys. I have to keep mine put up and out of sight. Dogs do not chew them, just pack them off under the bed. Yes, hide and seek, Sylvia. That's right, hide and seek. Neighbors, such lovely people. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I know. I'm not a real fan of my neighbors. Any of them, really. Some neighbors, I'm sure, are nice. I have yet to meet them. I need a bigger clapper. I only have this one, and I need to get a square one. And if I'm being honest, I just really haven't looked into it. I want to get a square one for these types of situations where it's a square piece and it's got 2 seams. That's when I need it. There we go. Sorry folks, I know that watching me iron is not exactly the most entertaining of content, but you know, it's a step in the process. It's something that needs to be done. So trying to iron up as fast as I can. And you probably don't need to iron after every step if you don't want to. You can probably just finger press it, but I like to give everything nice hard presses with the iron so that they lay nice and flat for me. Probably just a personal preference, I guess, but that's what I like to do. Boppy music today, I like it. I don't even know if you guys can you guys even hear the music? I know I turned it down, and I think I might have turned it down a little too low. Thanks, Rita. Yeah, I appreciate that. She says, I like watching because it helps me understand what not to do, so it does not distort the block. Fair. That's fair. Well, as the name of the channel indicates, I am not an expert at this, so if I'm doing it wrong, please somebody let me know. Fern, looks like you've redeemed a fat quarter. Congratulations on that redemption. I have not gotten any of the redemptions out from the end of February or end of January until now out in the mail yet. That is my goal of one of the things I'd like to get done today. If I don't get it done today, then I'm going to try to do it during the week because I'd really like to get those out in the mail to you guys by next weekend. That is my goal. I'll let you know for sure by next weekend if I get that accomplished, but that is the goal. Oh no, Rita, I didn't take it the wrong way. It was just funny the way you worded it. It's okay. You can live vicariously through me. Learn what not to do. That's totally fine. I mean, that's kind of the point of the channel, really. Since I am not the expert, learn what not to do. All right, third block is being ironed up now. Go ahead and lay this one out. And then we can actually start putting these pieces together. I'd like to get at least one of these things put together entirely so you guys can see what it looks like. I think we might be okay. We'll see. So I like to finger press first, just to kind of open up the seam. And then I run the iron over it. Nice hot iron. And you know, back when I did not have a clapper, I didn't really understand the reasoning for it. But now that I have one, I can completely see a difference in using it and not using it. Log cabin. Brenda says, I walked away. What were you saying about birthdays? Oh, I was just letting everybody, just reminding everybody that I do have a free birthday club that you can join. If you are interested in getting a little bit of a gift from me for your birthday, just something really small. It fits in an envelope. But if you're interested, you can email me. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Email me with your mailing address and the date of your birthday. You don't have to give me the year. That's fine, just the day. And I'll add you to a list. And then around the time of your birthday, you can expect to receive a little something from me. Log cabin blocks. Oh, I would not, Rita, I would not say that mine are perfect. No. No, I appreciate you thinking that they are. But they're not. I mean, they are trimmed down, and I do have a nice 1/4 inch on them. But the thing is, I don't stretch. I'm just real careful not to pull on anything or stretch on anything. But they're not perfect by any means. No, I mean, I can show you one. Here, let me show you. Here. You see the corner on that one? That's not perfect by any means. That's not. That could have been much better for sure. But I just don't stress about it. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect to me. You know, it's finished is better than perfect. You know, done is better than perfect all the time. So I don't worry too much about whether it is or isn't perfect. Uh-oh. Oh, it was just a different direction. Okay. For a second there, I thought I did something wrong. So what I do is I roll it out and I finger press it just to kind of open that seam up. Roll it out and finger press. And I'm not pulling, I'm just pressing. Okay. And then I lay it down and I just kind of press it with the hot iron. And then I iron. That's what I do. Sometimes they come out pretty well. Like this one's actually a little stretched out on one side. And I'll just kind of pull it back a little bit. And iron it. I do also starch all of my fabrics before I start cutting. So the starch kind of reactivates when you iron it, every time you iron it. So that helps as well. That's just my own personal preference. Using starch is as a personal preference. Some people do, some people don't. But I have found that using the starch, especially in situations like this where you have to keep, you know, ironing it and pressing it, ironing it, you know, things like that, it really helps with it to keep it nice and flat. Behind the wall. Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I forgot that was there. You are right. Yes, those are log cabin blocks back there. That was a, excuse me, finally, that was a quilt kit. A log cabin table runner kit from Donna Jordan. It's not finished. That's why it's kind of laying kind of weird. Just the top is done. And I actually hung it up there just for kind of a sizing thing and a visual for myself when I was redecorating in here. Eventually I will have, and I'm just lazy, but eventually I will have wall clips there. I have some beautiful wooden wall clips, quilt clamps that I'll be hanging up there, and I will finish that table runner. And then that spot will be for seasonal table runners, because I do have quite a few of them. But for right now, yeah, it's just, I forgot that it was even sitting there. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Fine is just like good. Yeah, that's right, Carrie. That is absolutely right. 100%. But I will say that the starch really helps. At least that's what I have found. That having had starched my fabrics up once, and then every time I press them, that kind of reactivates and the fabrics kind of come back together. That's what I have found that works the best. We're almost done here, folks, and then we'll actually get to start sewing again. But not quite halfway. So finger press that, spin it around. The wool pressing mat helps as well. I don't use any steam at all in my iron. It's again, personal preference. Everybody does things differently, but I do not use any steam. If I do need steam for any reason, I will actually use a spray bottle, a watered, just plain water. Actually, I use distilled water, but a distilled water spray bottle. And I'll spray down the fabric, let it sit for just a second to let the water soak in, and then iron up, and that's how I get my steam effect if I need it. Very rare that I need it though. Yes, Terry, I do starch before I cut. I use Best Press. That's personal preference. But I do. You guys have seen me before with my Mystic bottle. I spray starch before I cut everything. I spray starch and iron up all my fabrics before I cut them. That's where my seams are. Give the bulk a little bit of extra attention. Now I pressed my seams open on my flying geese and my half square triangles. The seams were pressed open. And then now I'm pressing to one side or the other because I'm going to be matching up blocks. And I want to make sure that my seams nest up. So now I've switched to one side or the other instead of open. I've noticed that doing that with the half square triangles and the flying geese reduces some of the bulk that you get in the corners instead of doing it one way or the other. I've noticed that seems to be helping quite a bit. The other thing I will likely do, and we'll have to wait and see as we put the pieces together, but I will likely pinwheel some of my seams as well if there's like a 4 corners. I'm learning how to do that. I'm not very good at it. But that is another technique that I am learning to do. Ladies and gentlemen, Lucas is in the house. Hey Lucas, welcome to the channel. I know you said you were going to try and stop in. We appreciate you hanging out with us. Lucas, I'm not sure what you're up to right now, but Brat46 has been having trouble with the gambling program, and I'm not sure if there's anything we can do to help her with that or not. It just ignores her. Like, she puts in a command, and it looks like the command is correct, but for some reason it just doesn't do anything. So I wasn't sure what was happening there. She works fine with slots, but for some reason the gambling one just doesn't work. And she's the only one that I've noticed that it hasn't worked with. If somebody else feels like they're being ignored by the bot and gambling, let me know. Hi, Katie. I didn't see you stop in. Hello, how are you? I hope you're well. Happy Sunday morning to you. We are almost done ironing. Well, at least this step anyway. After this, we're going to be putting the inside star together and working and parts of the outside star will go together as well. You'll see it kind of come together. She was trying to do 100, Lucas. Yeah, it was small amounts. It wasn't very big amounts. Okay, Sylvia just tried to do gamble, and it doesn't look like... I wonder if the gamble one is off. Because Sylvia just tried to do it as well, and nothing happened. Is it possible that it got turned off somehow? Slots is working. I see everybody's doing slots okay, but the gamble one doesn't appear to be working. Okay, Judy just put in one. Okay, Judy's worked. It's weird. It's like some people it's working for, some people it's not. So I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know. Seems odd. If you have a minute and can take a look, great. If not, if you're busy doing something else, it's not mission critical because they're still able to play other games. So see, Lucas, it ignored Sylvia. And Katie. Oh no, there's Katie's, but it ignored Sylvia. It's weird. Like, it's working for some people and not for others. Worked fine for Agnes. So weird. I don't know if there's a setting or something somewhere. Alright, let's get going here again. So, we've got all of our pieces sewn or ironed up now. They're all nice and flat, which is great. So let's go ahead and start to put these pieces together again. Now, one thing I do need to keep track of. Match step 7 and step 8 units as shown. I need to make sure that the pieces are all the same fabric. They are. Okay. So whatever I used for the middle, I need to use for the outside. Okay. Just wanted to make sure that I was doing that right. So, okay. Oops. Come on, come on, come on. Stop it. Get back in there. There we go. All right. So first thing we need to do is move this iron out of the way. Wants a raise. I mean, that's possible. It could be. It could be what it is. All right. Excuse me. So here is pieces we don't need yet. These pieces and these pieces need to go together. So let's get these going. So this is the inside of our inner star. And we're going to be sewing a piece to both sides here. This one and this one. See, now, why did that happen like that? This should have been... That's all right. That's fine. We'll figure it out. Might be my fault. Sounds like Cotton Eye Joe, this song. I don't think it is, but it sure sounds like it. Alright, so there's one done. Woohoo, one piece done. I think I'm going to flip this. Do it this way. There's too many seams. Actually, I like the way that one lays better. Go. Just nesting up my seams here, making sure everything lays nice and flat. There we go. There we go. Sorry guys, ignoring chat here for a second. Sorry about that. Another thing which is hard to combat is when multiple people do it at the same time, it chooses at random who's doing it the roll. Oh, okay, maybe that's it. Okay. Judy says, well, it didn't like me this time. Sorry about that, folks. Sometimes that bot can be a little bit of a pain in the butt. It is most definitely not perfect. That is for sure. But, you know, that's kind of the theme of this channel, is that we're all not experts, including the bot. At this rate, we are most definitely not going to finish these blocks today, for sure. My goodness, I would have really liked to have gotten at least one done. I told you, these blocks take forever to put together. Absolutely forever. And I am chain piecing them to try and get it to be a little bit faster. But yeah, it still takes a good amount of time. They are very big blocks, though. I will say that. They are very, very decent sized blocks. What's final size of the block? That's an excellent question. I don't know. I don't think it says on here what the final size is of the block. Let me see. 12 by 12. The quilt size is 76 by 76. The block size is 12 by 12. So they're decent sized blocks. The first block that we did on this series was a 24 by 24 block. That one was huge. That one was massive. But and then the last one we did, I want to say the last one, the block 2 that we did was a 12 by 12 or close to it. Maybe a 10 by 10. But this one will be 12 by 12 when it's complete. I'll probably get one together for you guys just so you can see what it looks like. We got about half an hour left, so I'll try and get one of them together for you. Fern says, I like working with the big blocks. They go together quickly. Yeah, they usually do. And I only have to make 7. There's just a lot of little pieces, you know, that make up this block. It's a lot of little pieces. And you know, if I hadn't have screwed it up, it probably wouldn't have taken as long too. That adds a bit of time. There we go. Alright, so I got one side done. So let me grab one of these so that y'all can see what it starts to look like here. We'll put one of these together completely, and we'll do the rest of them later. Then that way you guys can kind of start to see what this is going to look like. So let's get one of these put together. Let me grab my iron real quick. Oh, iron turned off. Go. The most pieces I've ever worked with for one block was 52. Oh, wow. 52 pieces for one block. My goodness. I don't know how many pieces the first block was. We could probably look. But my goodness, that's a lot of pieces. This one we want to press out. Okay. You say so. So this first piece that we're making is the inner star. So let me just press this open. My blocks are a little distorted, but I'm not going to worry about it because that'll all come out in the wash. Now I'm going to need two of these. And then I need two of these in the same color. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and grab these pieces here and sew these onto each of the ends, each of the side pieces. Flip them over like this. So I'm going to put one block together real quick so you guys can see what the block is supposed to look like. And then we'll have to schedule another live stream for not this Monday, but next Monday to put the rest of the pieces together. Because we probably still have enough work here for at least another hour, if not more. So, Terry, I am enjoying this one. Yeah, I mean, it is a lot more work, but I am still really much enjoying the process of it. You know, I've never done a block of the month like this before, so it's all kind of a new process for me. And I told you guys at the beginning that I am trying to give you guys a little bit of a comparison to what Cotton Cuts offers and the pros and cons of it. But yeah, I am enjoying it. It's just, it always surprises me with the amount of work it ends up taking. The amount, or I wouldn't even say work so much, just the time, the amount of time it takes. So, all right, so we've got the side pieces on here. I'm just letting it cool down for a second. Love the purple fabric you're working with. Yes, I mean, the fabric line, this is, it's called Wild Meadow by Moda. So it is a fabric line that you can pick up at any store. It doesn't, you know, it's not exclusive to this kit. The pattern is definitely exclusive to this kit for sure, but the fabric is not. This one's going to be kind of tricky because there's a lot of bulk right here, so I'm going to try and see what I can do here. We're going to see what we can do. But yeah, it's called Wild Meadow by Moda. So you can find this in your local quilt store if you like the fabric colors. I do like the fabric line. I think it's very pretty. I'm loving all the different varieties of fabrics that we're going to be using in this quilt. We are basically using all of the colors of the fabric line at one point or another. It's kind of a mix of pinks and purples, which is actually one of the reasons why I chose it, because I really liked the fabric. And I liked the design. I thought the design was simple enough, but looked complicated, you know? It looked like it was going to be really difficult, but I know enough to know that it wasn't going to be difficult. It's just a lot of time. Just like Cotton Cuts, there are a lot of triangles, but these are triangles that you're making out of squares, not triangles that you're actually doing yourself. So, that are pre-cut for you. So there's that. Alright, got one side done. I'm going to flip it over and get the other side done now. Go. There are some matching seams, so that's kind of where I'm taking my time right now, is just making sure that my seams are matching up the way they're supposed to. Gotta be careful with these flying geese that you don't stretch anything. Unless it needs to be stretched, of course. I've had to do that before. Grab this one there. All right, folks. Let me give this one an iron and I'll show you what this one looks like. No, Judy, it was not a pre-cut kit. No, this is an Anne's quilt kit. Quilt club. Annie's club kit. And it was a quilt. Because they offer a lot of different types of kits. They offer crocheting ones, cross-stitching ones, knitting ones. This is obviously a quilting one. But no, it was not pre-cut. You do have to cut all of the pieces yourself. And they give you a ton of extra fabric to do that with. So If you're worried that you might accidentally cut a piece or two wrong, don't worry. They give you plenty to work with. I showed you guys at the beginning of the stream how much extra fabric they have. This Ziploc back here is all of the extra fabrics. And on top of that, I have already used some of my extra fabrics for our block party videos. So I've already used some of it. So there's even more than what is showing there. But yeah, it's a lot. Go ahead and press this one. Finger press this one here. Grab it this way. Well, the good news is it doesn't look like I needed to use the pinwheel on anything. So. Terry, thank you for reminding everybody to give a thumbs up as we're just getting right towards the end of our stream here today. If you guys wouldn't mind going over there and tickling that like button real quick, I'd appreciate it. With the leftover fabric, do you make an after quilt on the back? Got the idea from Karen Brown. Fern, I don't know what I'm gonna. Well, this kit. That's the other cool thing about this particular kit. This kit comes with the backing fabric. So I mean, I could make another pattern on the back with the extra fabric if I wanted to. But since it's gonna come with the backing fabric, I don't know that I will. There is definitely enough fabric here to make another project with. At least one more project, maybe a couple more. I've already sewn up a bunch of the excess half square triangles that we've gotten from these flying geese and the other pieces that we've had to make. So I've already sewn up a bunch of those. Mr. Wizard was actually helping me press those yesterday. I have no idea what I'm going to do with them yet. Because I'm kind of waiting to see how many I end up with and what sizes they are. I might do like a throw pillow with them or a couple of throw pillows with them. Maybe some placemats with them. Maybe I will decide that I just don't have the time to deal with them and I'll throw them in my scrap bin, and some of you or any of our members will get pieces of the scraps. Who knows? I don't know. I did already agree to give away the pattern pieces to one of our longtime subscribers. So I can't, it's a purchase piece, so I'm not going to distribute it, but I am giving it to them as a gift. Yes, it's a 12 by 12, yeah. They had asked for it at the beginning, and I've agreed to give it to them. So I will give them all of the patterns once the project is done. I don't have a problem with that. But I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with the... Here you go. This is what the block is supposed to look like. Now these pieces here, there's corner pieces in the centers are different. We have to make 7 of these total. There's 3 different colors. The dark pieces are the same, but the outside pieces are different. It's a 12 by 12 block, but yeah, it's really cute. It's going to come together really nicely. It looks like we're probably going to end up having to do another stream for this, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. It won't be this coming Monday. It'll be the next Monday. So I will make sure to post something on our Facebook and our community page about it. But yeah, I think it's really cute. I'm loving the pieces. And I'm actually pretty proud of myself for the corners. I think they actually turned out pretty well. Not all of them are going to look this nice. I just happened to pick a nice one that looks nice. They're not all going to look this nice, but yeah, I think it'll look nice. So there's the first block. We have to make a total of 7. So we have 6 more to go. And you can see I've got my pieces kind of laid out here. What I will do when I get off camera is I'm going to just iron these pieces again one more time because the seams are going the wrong direction. Well, actually I might just leave it and then just fix it when I do it later. I might just wait and leave it. So we will bring this one back as a Monday stream, not tomorrow, but the Monday after that. So whatever the date that is. And so we'll finish it then. That's kind of the plan moving forward with this particular project is whatever we don't finish Sunday morning, I will do a live stream the next Monday, except for this week, because I've already booked it in advance, and I kind of booked it wrong. So I will make sure that to do this correctly moving forward. But if you're interested in watching the rest of this, or if you have not seen us make the block 1 or block 2, there is a playlist in our on our page, on our channel page. There's a playlist for the Annie's Quilt Club that you can go take a look at. I think it's called Norfolk Wild Meadow. I could be wrong. Excuse me. I do have a playlist on there where I go through the other blocks that we have made so far, and obviously any further blocks will be included in that playlist as well. So if you didn't get to see block 1 or block 2 and you want to catch up, you can go back to that playlist and take a look at those. Obviously, if you're watching after the stream, you can also watch this one, of course. All of my videos are always posted online afterwards. I put them all there, unless it was like some weird thing that happened. It's very rare that I ever delete a video. Now, for our members only videos, they will still be available on the channel after the stream, but they will only be available to members only. I do intend to open them up to subscribers, not members, but subscribers. I do intend to do that, but probably not until after the project is completed. So if you are not a member and you do want to watch that series, you will have the opportunity to do so. You just won't be able to watch it live. So it will be in replays. It will be available, but it just won't be. So who knows who's going to get to join me, who's going to be joining me as a members only. So just a reminder to anybody else, if you want to get in on that project or you want to be part of those Zoom calls, make sure that you've joined the channel as a member before tomorrow because that's when we're going to start it. So otherwise, friends, that is it for today. I will try and put up another reminder on our channel and on our Facebook for this project for part B of this block 3 to finish that up. So we've got all of our sub pieces here. We just have to actually put them together. It shouldn't take very long. I'm guessing that one probably will only be about an hour, but you never know how things go. We like to chat. We like to hang out things. But thank you again to everybody that's joined me today. I know it was a little bit of a smaller group today, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. A lot of people are out enjoying the weather. A lot of people are on vacations and things like that, so I totally understand. There's always the replay later. For those of you who are watching for a replay, make sure you leave a comment down below just to let me know that you were there. I really love being able to interact with you guys, and if I can't interact with you on live chat during the stream, then I really appreciate being able to interact with you at least a little bit in the comments. And don't forget, we also have our Facebook and our Instagram pages as well, so then that way we can always interact together, because we're all friends here, and the only way to keep up a friendship is to interact with each other at least a little bit every once in a while, and so that's why I like to do things like that. So thanks again, everyone. Oh, thank you, Terry. Yeah, my back's doing okay right now. It's just the stupid weather. It'll get better, I'm sure. But anyway. All right, friends. Thank you again so much for hanging out with me today. Where is my mouse? There is my mouse. There we go. All right, friends. Thanks again so much for hanging out with me. You guys have a great rest of your weekend. And members, I will see you guys tomorrow. And for everyone else, I will see you again next Sunday morning. Don't forget, it's the first Sunday of the month next Sunday is, so we're a half an hour late. We start at 11 instead of 10:30 because we've got breakfast with our kids again. Yes, Lucas, that was Joyce Hernandez. I don't know if she has tried to do that on her tablet, or I haven't heard or seen anything from her. So, Joyce, if you're still having trouble, let us know. We'll try and see if we can figure it out. But that was Joyce Hernandez if she was still interested. So, all right, friends. This will be the first stream I'm not allowed. Yes, Lucas is not a member, so he won't be there. Nope. All right, friends. Thanks again. Take care. Bye-bye for now. See you soon.